Blocking concept, finding a consistent position to make a read. So the idea behind this concept, I've seen a lot of guys not being able to find consistent secondary stances. And if we can't find a consistent secondary stance, we're gonna be inconsistent with our receiving and we're gonna be inconsistent with our blocking. What is a consistent secondary stance? Consistent secondary stance is one that allows you to be on time every single time and be able to make reads properly. Of course, we're gonna make mistakes, our timing is gonna be off, that's just baseball, but we're trying to get there every single pitch in order to make reads on the pitches properly. So to give you an example of what it means to be on time, this is different for every guy. Every guy is going to have different timing mechanisms. I'm just gonna speak from my experience, but it's up to you to develop your own timing mechanisms and start to understand why it's important. So for myself personally, when I played, I always tried to think about getting myself down and sunk to the bottom of my secondary at the instant that my pitcher was going to release that ball from his hand. So I wanted to be sinking into my secondary here, and then boom, I got to the bottom, and now the ball's coming out of his hand, and now I'm ready from this position to either make a read and go receive, or make a read, turn my glove over, and get in front of it. That position allowed me to do was it allowed me to sit comfortably somewhere in the middle where I could receive or block at the instant that I recognized where that pitch was going. Where we're gonna run into issues is if I'm inconsistently getting into my secondary, so I could be coming down still and that ball's already getting released, and now he throws it over here and I'm screwed and I can't get to it, right? Or let's say, for example, I get set too early. So now I'm here in my secondary, right? My pitcher hasn't even come set yet. And now, oh shoot, I'm getting kind of stagnant. I'm starting to sink, I'm maybe getting a little tired. And now he lets one go over here. My hips have already sunk and now I have no chance to get to it. So this concept is pretty consistent across baseball as a whole. You'll see a lot of infielders have some type of pre-pitch timing, right? So what they're trying to do is get themselves in a position to where they can react in either direction at the instant that ball makes contact. So the whole time that they're doing this creep step, they're making reads on the pitch, the swing, the batter. So they're reading, hop, make a decision. There's always gonna be a timing. There's always gonna be a cadence to what we're doing. For me, it could look something like this. Show a sign, hit my glove. Now I'm watching my pitcher get set. I'm just getting ready for him here. All right, he breaks to the plate. Boom, I'm in the air. I'm sinking. Now he releases and I catch. Flip him the ball back. He feels good about that. So now I'm gonna work him into another rhythm, right? All right, I'm gonna call something away from the plate. He knows where I want it. Maybe flashing my glove, right? Waiting for him to get set here. Next thing you know, he's breaking for the plate. I'm hopping, sink, releases from his hand, spiked it. Now I'm here to block that. But it's all about being on time and understanding the right places to be and what you need to do behind the plate in order to be on time. What can you do in order to be on time to block? Study the game, watch big league catchers, watch their cadence, see at what point they're hopping into their secondary, their different types of secondaries and what those are going to allow them to do. When you're working through your drill work, try not to get in the habit of just doing reps. Try to make every rep important and try to make as accurate of a read on every single rep as you can. I don't need to go out there and crank the machine up to 95. It's gonna be more beneficial to maybe turn the machine down and focus on reading the bounce properly, being on time for the bounce, getting around it. When we're in the game, the things that we do the best always feel easy. So I wanna master these feels, make them feel easy. That way they can translate to the game without a whole lot of thought behind them, right? It's just kind of the player I am now.